Ugh. All right, what's going on, everyone? We're almost good to go. Just need to get Falkite's cam. And speaking of which, right as I'm saying it, there it is. Couldn't ask for better timing. I mean, man, we have both our players in. Let's waste no time. I mean, I'm 100% ready to go here. Let's get this show underway. What's going on, everyone? Roncli here. We've got 3 matches for you today, all in Division 1. 2 from Division 1A, 1 from Division 1B. We have some important playoff implications on the line. This very first one, this is a Division 1A match. And the playoff implications are important for both of them. But it's perhaps important for Critical Lapis, because he's still mathematically alive. It's a pretty crazy scenario. He's got to have 6 matches go his way. 4 of them have to have exact score lines, and tonight he's hoping for a 3-2 win from Guafi. That's the only score line that keeps him alive. Any other one? Pff, get out of here. So he's still got 2 matches left. He's got to sweep them both. And there's other things that have to happen as well. So it's kind of wild. But this one is step 1. So Guafi and Falkite going to be playing. Let me get the matches on the screen real quick. Because we also have Blue Scooty taking on Eyeball. First time we've seen that matchup since December 2024. Scooty has a 5-in-a-row streak going on against Eyeball. See if he can keep it up. And Alex T also with a perfect record over his division rival Cobra. We'll be looking to continue that tonight. Cobra, meanwhile, he's got an opportunity to pass over O and take over the 3rd spot in the division. We'll see if he can get some going. We have the playoff race here. And yeah, Critical Lapis is off the bottom there. I don't know how that happened. I thought this was... Oh, because Tetris times row is huge. Why is that? King, what did you do? Yeah, I don't know why Tetris times row is just huge like that. But yeah, that is the list of 12 players that are currently mathematically alive. We could whittle this down to 11 tonight, depending on the result of this first matchup. It's not like that on there, though. Like, it's only on my scene that it's doing that. It's really weird. But yeah, Critical Lapis, like I said, he's got a hope and a dream, and that dream could be crushed tonight. Should either Falkite take the win or Guafi wins decisively over Falkite. Also, I did not plan the fashion twin thing with Guafi here. Completely independent apparel choices. We have Falkite on the left, Guafi on the right. Let's find out if we're going to get any 19 from these two tonight. and whether we're going to increment or re-roll the seeds. Chen hoping for a Guafi sweep. That will certainly help Guafi's chances of getting in the playoffs, as both of these two are, they're not even in the playoffs if the season were to end today. However, the big win here from either player would change that. They would be in the top 4, or top 3 for the division. So pretty big matchup here. Guafi and Falcat gonna yap it up, it looks like. I don't think I've ever gotten into a voice chat with my opponent when playing a match. It's just, I would find it too distracting. Hell, commentary can be distracting to me sometimes. Also, I'm gonna go in and try to fix Guafi's long bars. Oh, I think he fixed them already, because they were flashing before. They're fine now. So as soon as the players are ready, we can decide on seed types and level. And wasn't Guafi was wanting 19 with Scooty last week? Also, we'll get to Scooty, because Scooty did something nutty on Friday that deserves to get a little more attention than it got at the time. CTW commentator premiere poll. 18 it is. If Roncli's okay with reroll, I'll give you 2 a seed. Ken takes his commentary seriously. Even if the commentary doesn't take themselves too seriously. Hope you're doing all right, man. It is a hot day today. Well, looks like Falkite's getting in some final 29 practice here. Falkite said yes, reroll. All right. Well, if he says otherwise here, we will honor that. But for now, we'll say reroll 19F69D. That's 9D as in David, not 90 as in 90. 9D. All right, we're ready from Guafi, but okay, it's not leaving this 19 or 29 game alone here. Okay, now he's going to have to after those hangs. Yeah, just a casual 400k 29 start. All right. And we have both players ready, so we are all set to start our Division 1 A matchup between Falkite and Guafi. Let's go ahead and get that started here as we start CTL Sunday Primetime in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Let's introduce the players on the left. They roll around the United States with a PB of 10,107,000. Welcome in, Volkite. And on the right with a PB of 6,722,000, it's Coffee. Both players starting off with a Tetris here early on. A little bit of cleanup work for Volkite, but nothing serious. Just waiting on some good pieces to fill into that gulf in columns 3 and 4. It does get them eventually, so they'll be fine. Guafi will take his first burn of the game. Let's have to take some more, because that square had nowhere to go. Everybody's favorite piece in Tetris. Said no one ever. But Guafi does have a 20,000 point lead. Another bad O. Guafi getting high up on the board, but he gets the Tetris. Volkite has taken the real-time lead, but is also ahead in lines at the moment, as Guafi is still waiting on a bar to score. That's only going to be a triple for him, but Volkite will get a Tetris, but Guafi finds another bar, he'll get a Tetris. So Guafi back in the lead, but not by much. Lead will be bouncing back and forth here for a bit, until we get some difference in play. Could we get a left well? Probably not. Another Tetris for both players. It's just a 4,000 point lead for Guafi. Volkite gonna fill in that long bar dependency before going for the Tetris. Another a good way to keep your long bar dependencies off the board is by not getting too greedy for Tetrises. 289 for Guafi, 264 for Volkite, but Volkite back by 4 lines, so effectively was neck and neck up until this drought. But he will finally get a Tetris. We're tied. We're tied again. 312,740 points. Now we have a Tetris from Guafi. Volkite will tie it back up, and that single from Guafi give us a little bit of separation for the moment. Gluttony of long bars here for Volkite. He's able to fill in that double well using nothing but bars. 404, score not found for Guafi. Oh, that J adjustment for the L? Oh, that's pretty. And gets the double bars to fill in that column 3 and 4 situation that was going on there. Some really nice play from both players here. They're both on pace for 600,000 transitions. We have a Vitz from Guafi that's going to just burn it away. Vitz fans everywhere are sobbing. 473 at the turn for Volkite. It's 476 for Guafi at the same point. Still quite neck and neck. Guafi's board getting a little hilly, but does fill in the left side and gets a bar down the right, so no problem. There's another bar. The bars are coming, but For a little bit there, they were leaving their boards a little high with the infrequency of them. Okay, getting into a little bit of a situation right before transition, but we'll get that cleaned up. He'll go in at 619. Buaka, 619. And there go the long bars again. Yeah, okay. Waffy's in at 639, so a 20,000 point lead for him at the transition. As we're off and running on the 19 speeds. I think just centering it's going to help. We'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully it'll keep working. Tetris there for Alkite and another one. And cleans up that hole that was in his stack. Currently at 772. Waffy at 720, but back by 8 lines. So we have a little bit of a drought forming here. It's up over 20 pieces. Where is this bar? Alkite keeping his board in excellent shape for this, but we're at 40 pieces and counting. Finally, we're going to get a Tetris. As Waffy's suffering through that same drought. But gets it taken care of. He'll get the Tetris on the backside of that as well. That drought was nothing to these players. Oh, that's a stack of squares for Falkite. That's like one of the worst places you can put a stack of squares too, because it's just so easy to get something hung on them. But he makes it look easy. So he goes to level 25. He's at 916 right now. 912 for Waffy. Waffy does have the pace lead at the moment. He has a Vit set up. Oh, but that's not going to burn. So he's going to have to take some time to burn this down. This is going to give Falkite the opportunity to take the pace lead back. He's got the real-time lead with a max out. 1,021 to 955. Waffy gets a bar down. He'll bang down a Tetris. And he's got the max out into 27. So really neck and neck at this point. Maybe Waffy with a slight pace edge. But this is going to come down to 29. Looking for a bar here. Haven't seen one in a bit. Where is it? 20 pieces. Alkite goes in at a 1.1. Waffy's already better than that. This is a hell of a time for a drought. Let me tell you. It is our second 40-piece drought of the game, and it ain't done. What is this drought? And Waffy is going to take game 1. Yeah, go ahead, play this out if you can, Waffy. Oh, he says, no way, I don't want to see. I don't want to see how long that... Yeah, it went 54 pieces. We had a 42-piece drought and a 54-piece drought, or something like that. In the latter stages of this game. That's insane. Let's give him a seed for game 2. 6-7. Why? EE30. Get Waffy. Mm-hmm. God damn it. Both of these guys, I swear. All right, we have a ready from Waffy. Well, we had a ready from Waffy. We have it from Falkite now. And there it is from Guafi. Here we go. Let's get started with game number 2. We'll count it down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. The other day in Minneapolis, some sociopath was awarding the hearts from the bottom up. I don't even think I can do that. Like, if I click on the third heart, it gives them all 3 hearts. Which, obviously, we don't want to do. Is that a Vitz? That's a double Vitz. Yes, it is. I don't think he thought it was a double Vitz, but... he's going to burn the second one away, so... But just put it right back. Oh, he doesn't. Darn it. Okay, there we go. He's got it. Excellent start here to game 2. Yeah, first time matchup between these two. I have a feeling it won't be the last. Falkite currently 2-2 on the season. Took ID Kirby to a decider and beat Sodium 3-1. But also lost to Blue Scooty and Eyeball 3-1 each. We have another drought going here. 25 pieces and counting. We did re-roll, right? Yeah, we did. Okay, 37 in a row. There's another meme for you. Tetris for Guafi. Falkite will drop one down the right side. 153 for Guafi. 165 now for Falkite. Guafi currently in the relegation playoff position, but I mean, it's so close between 3rd and 6th right now that a win in this match for Guafi will propel him right up to 3rd place. All of his matches so far this season have gone to deciders. He's only won one of them against ID Kirby. And lost to Scooty, Sodium, and Evesy in deciders. Also kind of interesting that the top 2... Ooh, hold on, Guafi. That is not an intentional Vitz. He's going to solve it anyway. Yeah, no memes here, just some... slow stacking decisions resulting in some misdrops, but he's going to take care of. This is allowing Falkite to take a bit of a lead, though. 93,000 points right now. I was mentioning Blue Scooty and Evesy on Friday were on Tetris Wars, and the two of them just absolutely tore up the match. Like, Scooty was number 1 all the way, but Evesy was right behind him. They had a couple spectacular matches. Even though Evesy was pre-recording, it was still... she was putting up some impressive scores. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when we get them 1v1 here in CTL. Guafi's still trying to get through this dig. Really needs a bar, is not getting the bar, and this is just... this is torture right now. What is this game doing to him? Oh, that hang could be a problem. I don't know. You can't get anything over that. He's going to be done at 311. Falkite going to knot it up at 1. The meme was not kind to Guafi. Next seed. 6 F6BD 7 Classic Tetris bot is trolling me right now. "18 is boring." Well, make the playoffs, and you can change that. You have some 19 in your playoffs. We are ready. Both players good to go. Game number 3. We're tied at 1. Who's going to take advantage? We'll find out in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, let's see where we're at with this. Of course, it wouldn't be a stream if I didn't talk about the Matcherino prize pool. Currently stands at $125.07. We have gotten most of the way through our codes, but we are down to 12 contribution codes. If you haven't claimed your contribution code for Season 34 yet, or if you don't know if you did, just go try it. Click on that link. Sign in with one of many social media accounts. You can do Steam, you can do Line, you can do YouTube, you can do Battle.net, Microsoft, all kinds of different accounts. Supercell? Like, they list Supercell as their first option. Is Supercell still relevant in 2026? That it's like relevant enough to be the first option on a sign-in list? I did not know. Brawl Stars tourneys are very popular on Matcherino. All right, well then in that case, you go with what's popular. Not gonna fault them for that. If you have one of those accounts and many other types of accounts and you haven't done your contribution code yet, you still have time. You have a lot of time. We're not even in playoffs yet. And if you want to contribute and make that number go up, just go ahead and drop in a contribution for the players. It goes to the top 4, plus the division winners will each get $25. Kiana Hazel in here saying, "Lock in, gang." How's it going, Hazel? When are we going to see you in CTL? $260 for Guafi, $201 for Falkite. Saw Guafi have a nice overhang a little earlier with the J, making room for a T. That was about, now 20 lines ago at this point. But right now, both players very clean. And Guafi with quite a bit of points, too. 270 at the half for Falkite. It's going to be 328 at the same point for Guafi. Of course, after this, we will... Oh, I should probably put that in here, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Now we have a proper queue. So after this, it's going to be Scooty taking on Eyeball, and then we'll have Alex T taking on Cobra in our lone 1B match of the night. 419 for Guafi, 366 for Falkite. Guafi making up for last game. Yeah, Zixby in the house. Welcome in. Tetris Evan T. Another Evan. We have Jedi Evan. We have Evan J, which, that's confusing in and of itself. Nice placements here for Falkite to address this situation he's got developing. And does the SC Corion to help clear up the rest of it. He is open on the right, looking for a bar. And there it is, Tetris. Guafi looking at a strong mid 600 here. There's some Vits from Falkite. We'll knock down a Tetris. And kind of a rough board, though, because he had an option to go left well there, but chose not to. And then, of course, the pieces that followed that were very conducive for a left well, but of course, he couldn't know that at the time. Set up for Tetris. He'll go into 29 if he gets this. Or, sorry, 19 rather. He's in 19 at 540. 29's still a ways off. I'm sure they'll get there. 655 was the transition for Guafi. So over a 100,000 point lead as he throws in the OJ for style points. Tetris for Falkite. There's one for Guafi. Guafi with the T flat to take the burn, but needs a bar on the left. Will to get it. He'll be fine. He's at the bottom. Falkite trying to eat into this 116,000 point lead for Guafi. Guafi setting up a tuck here. We'll get the T for it. Okay, just nice and low on the board. Waiting for the bar. There's the bar. Didn't have to wait long. Just one piece. Guafi with another Tetris. Bar dependency here for Falkite. He's just going to burn it down. Guafi with another Tetris. Guafi's got a very nice score here. Ooh, he misses the flip on the long bar. It's not going to hurt him. Just one burn was all it takes to fix it. And he gets a Vits on top of it too, so what the heck? Well, if this was a style points match, Guafi would be winning this in a sweep. Another Tetris for Falkite. Guafi already into the max out. Got it on 25. Falkite's still a bit behind in that department, but ooh, didn't get the S into the right position there, so that's going to take a little bit to work out of. And that square is not helpful. 1.1 for Guafi. Falkite's still trying to burn this down. Finally gets it open. And there's the Tetris. He's got the max on 28. But Guafi's got the 1.2 on 28. And looking to take a commanding lead into 29. Still has two potential Tetrises left. But not if there's no bar. Come on, we got this in game one. We don't want another long drought right at the 29 transition. Yeah, they both got a bar. Column 8 attempt here for Falkite. It's another drought. We just had a 20-piece drought, then we get a 30-piece drought. Both players surviving it and getting Tetrises off of them. Guafi still with a 169,000 point lead. Board climbing a little bit for Falkite. Gets that 5-tap left. Gets another one. Another 20-piece drought. Survived by both players. Okay, with another Tetris. He's back by 142,000 points now. But both players are clean. There's a Tetris for Falkite. Guafi's set up. Gets that 5-tap left. He's set up again, looking for a bar. Falkite in trouble here. And Falkite's going to top out. Guafi is good. He'll take a 2-1 lead. Phantom Burn getting Falkite there. Of course, Guafi will play this out. This is the 4th drought that we have had in post-post. That's over 20 pieces. In fact, that was the longest of them. Absolutely brutal seeds tonight. Let's see if this one's any better. B21855. Does Guafi have a 1.3 on 33 with a 57% Tetris rate? It's called Nestor's Champs. It doesn't always read things correctly. All right, here we go. Guafi looking to close it out in 4 and eliminate Critical Lapis from contention. See if he can do it in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Of course, if Falkite wins this game, then Guafi would have to win the next one for Critical Lapis to stay alive. This is the only scenario right now. And then it will be 1 down, 5 to go in terms of matches that have to go a very specific way for Critical Lapis to stay alive. I just think it's funny that there's just such a, there's a mathematical chance, but I'm not a betting man, but it's going to be hard for that to actually come to fruition. Tetris for Guafi. Has a bar dependency up high, so he'll have some time to address it. In fact, he does get the bar quickly. He gets another bar, and now he just has a spire on the left. Trying to find some better pieces here. Falkite's starting off fairly well, too. Gets that Vitz. He's got the lead, 161 to 140. Another SJ Corion for Falkite there. Seen him do a couple of those so far. Did I say SJ? SC. Another Tetris for Falkite. Guafi also storing the Tetrises, but he's back by 40,000 points at the moment. Still early on here on level 18. Must-win game for Falkite, though. Although he does currently own the tiebreaker over ID Kirby. That won't get him into the playoffs. I'll just get him out of the relegation zone. I'm sorry, I'm reading Guafi's numbers. So Guafi's already up to 13. So he is fine at the moment. 372 for Guafi. 392 for Falcat after that Tetris. Another bar, another Tetris. Falcat follows suit. It's nice, calm stacks here. Players being rewarded for clean stacking. The decent number of bars, that drought counter, I think, is off. Maybe it's not. Yeah, it's off. There's no way it got to 36. Tetris for Falcat. And another one. He's at 500,000 and is not at 100 lines yet. Guafi is at the 100 line turn. He's got 492. So strong games from both players here. Falcat's just got a little bit more punch. He'll go into the turn at 531. I was just about to say that I thought it was no burns for a 700, but he did take 2 burns right there. But now he's just worried about getting this board settled down here. He might go for Dirty Tetris. Ooh. Some rough pieces here. Oh, it didn't double flip the L. But he will get the Tetris. This is going to give Guafi an opportunity to get some points back before 19, which is coming right up here. And look at this. It's a 1,000-point game in favor of Guafi with 2 Tetrises to go. But now we're getting a proper drought, and Guafi just going to go in at 635. Falcat trying to wait it out, but this thing just keeps on going. He will get the Tetris. And has room for one more. And he'll just triple in 637. So these two pretty neck and neck. Having excellent transitions out of 18. Okay, looking for something to tuck down there. Finally gets a T there. Guafi just setting him up and knocking him down right now. He's all the way to the bottom of the board. Sets up a Vitz. And then gets a Tetris. He goes into level 22 at 801. Falcat will go in at 818. So slight lead for Falcat right now. Guafi a bit ahead in the piece sequence. He's got an 8-line advantage over Falcat. So Falcat still holds the pace lead. And with a little bit of digging from Guafi, it's going to extend that a bit. Guafi looking for something to tuck at the bottom. Doesn't find anything, so he might just play 2 rows up for a bit. And that's exactly what he does. But he's not really pressing it too much. Which is probably the right thing to do. But he's just not getting the bar when he needs it. So bar timing not working out for Guafi at the moment. Of course, right now there's no bar. And of course it comes right after he covers well. So there you go. Classic Tetris at its finest. Both players into the max out. Falcat's on 25, Guafi into 26. Guafi still struggling to find the right bar timing for this too high stack. Finally gets the bar over for the Tetris. Sets up, gets another one, and opens that hole in column 8. And that's where the next Tetris could be going if he can get these pieces to cooperate, but they are not cooperating. And this is coming 12 lines before level 29. This could be a problem. Or he could just get a Tetris. So yeah, no problem. Ooh, misdrop there. And he's into 29 at 1,127,000, but has a board that we have a misdrop for Falkite too. But Falkite's in the lead. So Waffy has to get this down and start scoring. Falkite is in a world of hurt. He is not going to make it much further. He's going to be done at 1,216,000. Waffy, you're in a chase down. You need C17. It's about a Tetris and change right now. Board is climbing. McWaffy has this all the way down to the bottom. And he has entered line-out mode. So C17 is the target. It's getting a little complicated, but still manageable. Many of these 5 taps look like nothing. Like, these are very good 5 taps. Couple of misdrops here. Gotta focus. And that'll do it. Guafi will take it in 4. Barely. Here's your winner. Wearing the CTWC 2026 Rebirth shirt. It's Guafi. GG's. Oh, we got Froggo going on here. He's got some gold to show for it. Oh, there you go. He's an award winner. All right, up next. It's going to be Scooty taking on Eyeball. Stay tuned for that. Scooty, did you see my message on Discord? Just trying to get your head from out under the next box, if that's possible. All right, Scooty, please check Discord before we begin. We're going to get this resolved before we go. Okay, so let's get this camera situation resolved so we can get started. Okay, I don't know if Scooty's just not reading Discord or is not listening to chat. I would like to have this resolved before we start, please. That's right, I'm holding the show hostage. But I would like to actually have a good camera for you, so if you do that, that'd be great. There we go. Yeah, that should work. I think. Oh god, it's all gonna come tumbling down. Nope, we're getting it done. Perfect. Love it. We're gonna go. Oh, I think he just put it back to where it was. Oh. We'll figure something out. Let's find out if we're going to get any 19 from these two and what the seed situation is going to be. There we go. That helps. That helps a ton. Thank you. Now I won't have Peak Eric yelling at me. So there's that. I mean, yeah, Kingsman says something, but I mean, Peak is the one that does the real yelling. Oh my god. Damn, someone's impatient for stats. 18 increment from Eyeball. Let's see what the call from Scooty is. It'd be a lot easier if I wasn't juggling a million things to get things going, like NTC, getting the cameras set up, dealing with OBS. Rewarded mightily in the Tetris Afterlife. Fortunately, I don't believe in the Tetris Afterlife. Largely because another thing you get rewarded for is a DAS Max, and screw that. All right, let's find out from Scooty what we're gonna do for level and, well, we know what we're doing for level, but is it gonna be increment? Increment it is. There's your seed. 3ED3. California. Or Canada. We'll go with Canada. 3ED3CA is the seed. Or if you're like Eyeball, you can go 3ED3CA. Good luck, have fun, Lindor. Was that Eyeball? I had no idea. Oh, what was that? Dirty Tetris. Scooty might be cooked here. We'll have to see. All right. So as soon as these players enter the seed and ready up, we'll be good to go. You can't sit here and say that you're feeling a bit washed after you just did that filth. That Tetris, oh my god. Gaslighting playstyle, yeah. Perfected by Toby GH3. Oh, both players are ready here. Let's go ahead and get this counted down for game number 1 of the Division 1A match between Scooty and Eyeball. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Introducing the players on the left. Rolling on the United States with a PB of 40,264,000. It's Blue Scooty. And on the right, rolling out of Canada with a PB of 4,829,000. Welcome in, Eyeball. And this seed is just going to work immediately. That was an insane opening drought. And it is trying to take out Eyeball here. Eyeball fighting for his life towards the top of the board. I would imagine he gets out of it at this point, but there was a question for a while. Of course, covering the well right as the bar shows up. Waiting for another bar here. Where is this bar? Another drought. He's got to cover the well again. Finally, we'll get the dirty Tetris. What the heck is the seed doing, man? Scooty already with a 3 Tetris lead, and he's back by 7 lines. Now it's Scooty's turn to play at the top of the board, but he's got the right side open. He's just not getting a bar. Is this just desert weekend here in Tetris? Like, is that what's happening? Oh no. So Scooty gonna have to probably play 2 rows up with as high as this is getting. Another drought. 22 pieces and counting. What is happening? This has just been a brutal seed to start things off. Scooty still with the lead, 180 to 166. Certainly a lot closer than it was. In fact, Eyeball will take the real-time lead, but Scooty does have the pace lead at the moment. And the boards are finally settling down somewhat here as we're just about halfway through level 18. So I mentioned I was going to talk about some of the crazy stuff that Scooty was up to on Friday. Of course, we had our Tetris Wars Battle Royale 7 Championship Red Bracket wrap-up on Friday. And Scooty, of course, was playing in it, and through the first 5 games, he was going for both of the bounties. And the bounties are basically roll over in all 8 games and score 80 out of 80 possible points. Well, game 6, he kind of tripped up, and he was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Bye, guys. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. This is Wars. This is other people's tournament lives depend on this. So we convinced him to stay, but he decided to, at first, play DAS. But then halfway through Game 7, he changed to Tap. So he had a pretty decent Tap game. And then we go to Game 8, and I won't explain the circumstances behind Game 8, because that was a cluster in and of itself. But Bro Tap's Game 8. All the way to the double kill screen. Level 39. With a 1.39 million. Like, okay. Damien Kuber in chat asking, is that the SMB1 speedrunner? I know Scooty's tried speedrunning SMB1, but yeah, Eyeball is the speedrunner. Oh yeah, he absolutely could have kept going. Like he was not in any danger. Like, it was kind of insane because I didn't even realize it until like level 36. I'm like, wait a second, Scooty's tapping this game. What is happening? We have a bit of an issue going on here. Let me see what exactly is happening. Oh, okay, I think it was an NTC bug, but we are back, so should be fine. Scooty does have the lead, 474 to 454. So we have another drought forming here. Scooty up in uncomfortable territory, but it's holding out. Enters level 19 at 504. Give you an idea of the kind of game this has been. 503 for Eyeball. Even world-class players will have a suffer game when the pieces dictate. Although 500 transition, can you really call that suffer? Probably not. But we are on level 20. Eyeball making a hole in the stack. He's waiting on another bar. Trying to get this board down, just not getting the right pieces to stay clean. Just having to make extra holes as he's burning things down, but finally gets the right set of pieces. And we'll get the Tetris. But my goodness, did Scooty blast into the lead there. 722 to 603. This board is dangerous for Eyeball right now. Misdrops happening as well. Oh no, didn't know what to do with that J. Still trying to get this board clean though. He has been digging pretty much the entire 19. Still alive, though. And finally, gonna get things mostly cleaned up. Very nice decision on the L there, flipping it in the correct direction. And a couple of tucks on each side of the board. They still can't find a way to get this fully cleaned up. Scooty has the max out. He is ahead by 9 Tetrises here on level 26. And this is going to increase because Eyeball just cannot get anything going here on 29 on level 19. And 29 is coming right up. So this board's got to come down, and I don't know if it's going to. He's going to hang a bar. Suffer game over for Eyeball. Scooty takes game number 1. Yeah, that was a rough level 19 for Eyeball. Let's go ahead and increment the seed. Yeah, that seed was pretty awful. Like, I think you were fortunate to get a 500 out of that into 19. Like, that was not fun. It reminds me of some of my Nord games that I get. Like, it's kind of funny. It's the same seed system, but it just feels like Nord seeds are droughtier on average than, like, say, a CTL match. For me, anyway. Well, players taking a short break after game number 1. That was a frame-perfect S-spin from Eyeball. All right, we were ready from Scooty. See the incremented there by Eyeball. Looks like we are ready to go. Game number 2 between Scooty and Eyeball. Scooty's up 1-0. See if Eyeball can get back in it in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I'm sure one of the things he'd like to do is get back into this series between these two. He started off pretty good. Won the first 2 matches. But since then, Scooty has had the last 5. But they also haven't played since December of 2014, or 2024 either. Wow, 2014. I don't know if Scooty was... Yeah, Scooty would have been alive in 2014. Yeah, 2024 was when they last played. And the last 3 have been sweeps by Scooty, so... 37-point lead for Eyeball. I feel like I've already made the in a row joke today. I'm gonna move on from that. As Eyeball has yet to burn. Crab Rangoon says, hey, I watched some Tetris here. That'd be weird if you watched, like, Minecraft here. Gonna try a tuck to keep things going, but eventually just has to take the burn finally after 8 Tetrises in a row. And now they're tied in burns. Scooty gonna take another one, another few here. Eyeball now waiting on this bar. He'll get the bar for the Tetris. Yeah, threes, easy, crab. Landor in here. Anon Consumer saying, let's go, exciting matchup. Yeah. $326 out of Tetris go to $348 at the half for Eyeball. So pretty good run so far for Eyeball. But Scooty also in the 300s. He'll be at 315 at the half. Delayed fits for Eyeball. The game seems to want to punish him for his war crimes. Oh, that burns nothing. Oh my god. He gets the bar over. Still alive, though. Oh, but he's not going to get the square over, and I don't think he can recover from the Scooty here to chase down. You need 379. So short chase down for Scooty. That bar will do it. He's up 2-0. All right, so game number 3. Cobra's like, no, Eyeball. Cobra wants more time before his match. A little bit of doom scrolling happening from Eyeball. There we go. Both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get this counted down. Scooty looking for the sweep. But can Eyeball get back into this? Find out in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Scooty on the season so far, 4-0. Took the sweep over ID Kirby. Has 3 1s over Falkite and Sodium. And Guafi took him to a decider, but Scooty's still able to get the better of him and is so far undefeated on the season. It's beginning to look like a clash between Scooty and Evesy. We'll see if that ends up happening. Meanwhile, Eyeball came in today at 3rd place. Currently tied for 4th with Falkite, as Guafi was able to get ahead of him with that win earlier. And all of his matches so far have been 3-1, including wins over Falkite and Sodium and losses to Evesy and ID Kirby. Evesy in chat saying, Scooty Evesy $25 money match. We'll see. You're gonna have to take out Falkite first. Oh, things getting a little rough here. Nice pullback of the square, but oh my goodness. This piece selection from the game is brutal. But Eyeball opens up the right side. Oh, misdrop of the L. What a save! I think even Scooty was watching that. Minimal burns too. I mean, that was an insane save out of Eyeball. We'll get another Tetris. He's back by a Tetris and a half in pace, but can't afford another early top. Yeah, it's hockey season here in CTL, even though it's not hockey season anywhere else. 271 for Eyeball at the half. Scooty is still 8 lines away. We'll get a Tetris there, and he's looking to have a similar score. There's the Corion SZ adjustment. I almost said SJ again. He goes in at 271 as well, so neck and neck at the half. Cobra just couldn't stay away from the 6-7. Oh my god. Whoops. That adjustment coming a little too late for Eyeball. Only cost him 3 burns, though. But that will be enough to make this game neck and neck. 1,207 points is the difference. Also, wait, hold up. What happened to the 37? I'm confused. No, it's not. Eyeball shaking his head no. So maybe that's because the pieces are bad, but another Tetris for Eyeball. We're past the 100-line turn. Looking at maybe 600 transitions. We'll have to see. I think they have to go perfect. Scooty will not be going perfect. He's going to have to do a little bit of digging here before 19 starts. No, he hasn't pushed down anything yet. I mean, outside of the 7 points. Eyeball is starting to take a pretty good lead here. But Scooty is going to get the right side open. However, he has ceded a 3 Tetris lead to Eyeball as we advance towards level 19. Not quite the 600 transition, but pretty close. Provided a bar shows up. Okay, there it is. 580. And there's Scooty switching over to roll. I didn't even notice he wasn't rolling for a second. He's going to bang down a Tetris, go in at 509. So pretty good lead for Eyeball here. Let's see if he can hold on to it. He's getting the right pieces for the dig. Scooty, again, a bit of a misdrop there. He's been having a couple of unfortunate, isolated incidents this game. But he'll bang down a Tetris. And the pace lead for Eyeball right now is down to only about a Tetris and change. Maybe like a Tetris and a half. Both players up high and getting the bar for the Tetris. Nice flat burn there for Eyeball to open up the well, but no bar for the Tetris yet. There it is. He crosses 800,000 here on 23. Scooty with a Tetris. No war crimes on 19 for Scooty. And he'll get that Tetris there as he's trying to keep pace with Eyeball. Eyeball still with about a Tetris and a half lead. More than halfway through the level 19 speeds. Another Tetris for Scooty. Eyeball having to take a burn here. Trying very hard not to take another one, but the game is just not giving him the pieces to set up. Finally, he gets a bar for the Tetris. But don't look now. Scooty has cut the pace lead to about half a Tetris. Max out for Eyeball on 26. He's now on level 27 and still scoring. Sets up a delayed OJ there. He's got the 1.1. Scooty with the max out. This one on 27. Tetris for Scooty. Level 29 coming up. Here we go. Eyeball is in at 1,174,000. Scooty still ways to go. 1.2 now for Eyeball. Playing it very safe here. Scooty's in at 1,135,000. Currently trails by 130,000 points. Scooty gets the right side open. Very aggressive setup. Gets the bar over for the Tetris. There's a Tetris for Eyeball. Eyeball gets the 5 tap after getting the Tetris. He's at 1.3, but Scooty now only back by 61,000 points. Nice flat burn for Eyeball. Gets a Tetris. Scooty with 1 as well. Another Tetris for Eyeball into the 1.4, into level 33. Scooty looking to answer back. There's the Tetris. 60,000 point game. Eyeball's still in the lead. He's got a bit of a misdrop on the board, but that can be solved, and he gets the tuck to solve it. Scooty is within 32,000 points, but Eyeball nails a Tetris into 35. He's got 1.5. Scooty getting high, but he gets the Tetris into 34. Ooh, what a spin tuck for Eyeball. 2-frame window for that one. And he gets a Tetris for the rollover. Scooty in a bit of a dig right now on 35. What a showdown here on level 29. Another Tetris for Scooty. He trails by 71,000 points. Level 37 for Eyeball. Eyeball's got to be efficient here because he does not have the pace lead at the moment. Rollovers for both players. And Eyeball's not going to be able to stay efficient here. Scooty waiting on the bar. He gets the bar. He's in the lead. Eyeball takes it back. Eyeball has 1 line to go, and he's got to burn in, and he's going to be done. And Scooty is already ahead of him. He did not have double kill screen on. Scooty does, but Scooty has a 100,000 point lead. And he'll take the set 3-0 in a thrilling third game. GG's. There's your winner. He's happy about that one. That's an amazing game. Scooty on OEM, too tough. Yeah, Scooty will advance to 5-0. Ball's back in Evesy's court. And of course, we'll have the showdown between those two. Up next, We'll move on to Division 1B. We have Alex T taking on Cobra. Stay tuned. Yeah, Eyeball not out of it yet, but Guafi is going to be your next opponent, and that is a must-win for you. Also, I did not know that TNP is now up to bronze 100. Shoutouts to our Borrow for keeping that going. Good stuff. I've just been informed that Cobra is updating his computer. Of course, if any of you are familiar with how Windows works, I don't know, go make some popcorn. You got time. What I could do while we're waiting... I think this is accurate. Yeah, that looks fairly accurate to me, so we got the playoff race updated a bit. Scooty currently on top with 31. Alex T could take over that spot with a win over Cobra today. Second place in the division currently going to Sidnev and Evesy. Of course, no matter what happens in Evesy's next match, she will remain in second. But when she plays Scooty, that could decide first place. That could be a fun matchup, too. Bo and Guafi currently taking up the number 3 spots for the respective divisions. And Division 1B's got the wild card on lockdown right now. The line is currently 16 points. Cobra at 18. Going to be looking to get some wins in their final games to cement their playoff spot. Eyeball, Fulkite, and even ID Kirby are still in the mix. Although I have not gone as far as looking at, like, ID Kirby, for instance. If he gets to 19, is it guaranteed no one will pass him? I don't know. So Kirby is still mathematically alive. Okay. I will plug the Matcherino again while we're waiting. Still have 12 coupon codes remaining. If you have not claimed yours yet, click on that link. Log in with one of your many social media accounts, including Twitch. Twitch is listed. Including YouTube, that's listed. And then click the claim code button. I'll drop a quarter in the prize pool. Just like Duck Rental did. Bringing our prize pool up to $125.32. Quack, thank you very much. A watched computer never updates, as Cobra is finding out. He's having the classic Microsoft. 3 minutes remaining. It's still on 3 minutes. Driver updates are underway. Oh, dear God. Maybe they should get out and walk instead. Oh, his computer's already in the middle of an update. There's no turning this off. No, I'll give him a minute here. I know Kingsman usually budgets something like 40 or 45 minutes. I usually budget an hour. So if Cobra needs some time, I will certainly give him some time. My work laptop, they force updates on us. We cannot opt out. Not only that, but they pick a particular time every week, and if there are any updates that require the computer to be restarted, they force install them on your PC. And then they bring up this annoying message that says, you must restart your computer within the next 24 hours. Depends what you're using. And I imagine they're all configurable to force updates. But the one our company uses is a... you can only defer it 3 times, and you can only defer it for 8 hours. After that, they will restart your computer, and they don't care. Yeah, thankfully they give you a lot of warning. Like I said, you can defer it up to 24 hours. Which, if you lose something to that, that's on you. And then, even then, when they reboot it, it's a 45-minute reboot. Like, you don't have to actually reboot it for 45 minutes, but it will auto-reboot if you just leave it sit there. Windows security. It's a thing. So Alex is currently playing a 29 warm-up game. Guess what his score is at 100 lines? Level 29 start. Just a normal 29 start. Closest one wins a shout-out. What do you think Alex got at 100 lines from a 29 start? I mean, pick a number. Chen says 700. That's ambitious. It's aggressive. Duck Rental doing the Price is Right thing. The 700K plus one. 500,000. I will say, so far, Chen's closest. No one else gonna guess what Alex got at 100 lines? Going once. Going twice. Going for stream delay. King's gonna hate that I'm doing this, but I promised. There you go. You get a shout out. Chi-Chi. You're closest. 656 at 100 lines. We're still waiting on Cobra's computer to finish Microsofting. So hang tight. gonna run another ad break here since nothing's going on. Hold tight, we'll be back. Nope, I need no divine favor. Cobra is updating his laptop. You can guess how that's going. It's like as soon as he said that, I'm like, okay, we're going to be here for the next 30 minutes. Doing nothing. I mean, I can do math. I'll do that. Oh, 5 streams in a row. There you go. Oh, we're still waiting on Cobra's computer to do computer things. Hopefully we'll be ready before long. Oh, you know it's bad when Kingsman's stepping in with the technical advice. The drama with this Microsoft Windows update is fantastic. I used to run a World of Warcraft guild like 15 years ago. And every once in a while, you'd have somebody say, I'm going to restart my computer before we start. And then you're waiting an hour for them because their updates just didn't work at all. Good to see nothing has changed with Windows. All right, so it sounds like that Alex is getting pretty, or Alex Cobra's getting pretty close to getting things figured out. We should be starting shortly, so hang tight. We'll get this match going. I'm going to run one last ad break here, and we should be ready soon. All right, I have a Ninja Cam. This is amazing. That means we're going to be playing Tetris shortly. Yeah, let's go ahead and transition this over. Oh my god, Becky, it's Tetris. I can't believe it. We're going to be playing Tetris. Let's go. It should be a pretty good match, too. We have two-time champion and former CTL champion Alex T. And taking on Cobra, apparently. Well-known Dallas Stars fan and roller extraordinaire. No stranger to tech issues, though. I remember one of my first assignments at CTWC trying to referee a match between him. I don't remember who his opponent was, but his controller wasn't working, and Kingsman's like, well, he better figure it out quick. Yeah, he did figure it out, to be fair. We got it working. All right, so let's find out if we're going to get any 19 from these two and whether we're going to re-roll and or increment. Hopefully not and, because that would be weird. I don't even know how that would work. Vance, welcome in. Twin Cabaret, thanks for the raid. Cobra offering some 19. Let's see what Alex says. Alex, what you think about 19? You want some? This is for show, by the way. He's trying to avoid a CTM match. We're on to you, Alex. Colin's like, let's go, Alex. And I don't think he means like, let's go. Oh, curious, like Alex is genuinely frightened to play me in DAS. This is great. Yeah, we're gonna go. Alex, you want 19? Let's find out if he does say 19 here. What did you say? 19? Did you even say increment or reroll? No, it's funny because I thought the last match was stalling, but that ended up taking 3 games and was pretty quick. Level 18, incremental reroll. Increment. You good with that, Cobra? Goog. There's your seed. 874A. Closed caption for the hearing impaired. Hey, that's me. Damn it. Sucks getting old, let me just say. Closed caption for the Colin Kreisman, yes. Wonder who that guy is. We have a ready from Cobra. Oh god, he's calling it a Colin seed. Oh no. All right. Both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get this Division 1B battle started between Tetris, Alex T, and Cobra. 67-31. We'll count it down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And no, I don't know why I just said their entire usernames. I just thought it was funny in the moment. On the left, roller of the United States. He's got a PB of 27,488,000. Welcome in, Alex T. And on the right, rolling out of the United States with a PB of 8,608,000. It's Cobra. Also, no step on Snick, please. We like Cobra. 2-point lead for Alex T. The Cobra will just say, yeah, Tetrises are worth more than pushdown points. I will take the lead now. Oh, he's got more pushdown points. The pushdown point battle is even. Game 5 decider, every game going past 35. Sounds good. When does that not sound good? .380 lead now for Cobra. That's half a single. Both players with a Tetris. Cobra with a double well. We'll resolve that with a burn. Waiting on a long bar. Just as a warning, guys, this has been a seedy, droughty seed day. Like, we've had some completely awful seeds in the previous sets. I hope that doesn't continue because I want to see, you know, good Tetris. And bad seeds make it hard to have good Tetris. So far, this one seems to be all right. 235 at 900 for Alex, 235 200 for Cobra. Fairly neck and neck in the early going. It was tied. And it's tied again, 281,587 points each. Oh, Alex with 3 more pushdown points. Cobra a little too high on the board to worry about more pushdown points, but Alex with a 3-point lead. What is this drought, guys? This is a 50-piece drought. There's the bar finally. What did I say? I warned you. It's a droughty day. A 51-piece drought. Both players surviving it with no problem, though. I think our previous 50-plus piece drought today also was well survived by the players. But you think about that, you get to a 50-piece drought, you have gotten enough Tetrominoes to fill the entire playfield without a long bar. That's how long a 50 drought is. Another Tetris for both players. Alex has the pace lead, but the real-time lead is with Cobra because he's 6 lines in the future. Now the lead looks a little smaller. 3,801 point lead for Cobra. As Cobra has regained the pushdown advantage, but the actual score is a bit further apart than that. Didn't set up the J-Tuck there. I'm kind of surprised. I had to actually think about why Cobra made a hole on the left side there. Makes sense, though. 566. It's not like he was creating a hole that wasn't going to be uncovered anyway. 564 for Alex, so a 2,000-point lead for Cobra into transition. This is close. This is what you like to see. And so far, both players playing like they haven't registered there's been a level change. Over with a bar dependency, so he's going to have to address that. He gets it cleaned up pretty quick. Colin says, I want to be like these players when I grow up. I have bad news for you, Colin. You and I, we cannot grow up into being like these players. We would have to grow down, and that just isn't how time works. 760 for Cobra, 751 for Alex, but Alex will take a Tetris to take the lead. Although, to be fair, I'm kind of wanting to keep going with the whole rolling arc. I'm still very... I'm still seeing a lot of improvement. Like, I got a comp PB on Friday. I got a 1.06 against Bran. But I think, like, my next real goal in Tetris is to improve my consistency. It's not a score value. It's not making another div, although I would really like to make div 4. I don't see that happening. But I want to get more consistent with my play. I don't want half my games to end on 18. That's kind of a goal of mine. $5 say I still. I mean, you're 2 for 2 doing that. So, you know, you have history on your side. Max outs for both players. Alex did get it sooner, level-wise, so does have a bit of a pace lead over Cobra, but this is still very neck and neck. This will be decided on 29, most likely. Nice triple there for Cobra. And an Aaron thing. All right. He'll go into 29 at 1,137,000 and Tetris immediately. Alex is in a bit of trouble right before 29. He's going to have to dig out of this. That's exactly what he does very quickly. He's at 1,097,000. So Cobra with the true lead here. But we know what Alex is capable of on 29. I mean, heck, he just had a 650 at 100 lines from a 29 start in warm-up. So, yeah, he's pretty good. 29. You know what? Cobra perfectly capable of matching him. Let's see if he can in this game. He's got the lead. 1,314,000 for Cobra. 1,231,000 for Alex. Tetris is into 32. Just a Tetris and change behind Cobra. Cobra having to take some burns there, but so did Alex. Cobra will maintain the lead into 34. Oh, Alex with a bad hang there. Will he be able to survive this? He will not. He's going to be done at 1,357,000, and Cobra will take game number 1. Cobra, of course, going to be playing this out because, my God, this is a good game. It's already got the rollover. Another Tetris. He's still got room for 3. I think his PB is out of the question here, unless he sets up for 2. No, he's not going to be able to get that. But still a 1.8 out of the gate for Cobra. That's a start. This is the kind of game that you need to beat the Alex T's, the Blue Scooties, the memes, all those type players, dogs and Andes and stuff like that. Welcome in T-Storm with a party of 3. Yeah, 1.8 for Cobra. So go ahead, increment the seed. Reed says, I want Div 4 too. I mean, Div 4 would be nice. Like, I had a couple shots at it. Like, even this season, like, if I had beaten Bran on Friday, I would have had a chance at a promotional playoff. But now it's like, there's no way. Like, I don't even think it's possible for me to get it. And I don't think I'm playing next season because of the RSI surgery, so... All right, Cobra is ready. Jedi Evan saying, Div 4! Oh god, you're in Div 4, aren't you? Maybe I don't want Div 4. I'm kidding. Take care, T-Storm. Good to see you. Both players ready. Let's go ahead and get this counted down for game number 2. Cobra is up 1-0. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. No matter what happens coming out of this match, Alex will have the division lead over Sidnev. And I do believe that is his final match, too, was Alex T and Sidnev. But with that game loss, Alex can no longer clinch the division today. If he had 3-0'd Cobra, he would have clinched the division, because even a loss to Sidnev wouldn't have caught her up. Also, 7-point lead for Alex. Alex currently 4-0 on the season. He has swept Critical Apis, K-Poke, and Tetris Time, and only lost a game to O. So 1 game off of a perfect record this season. Cobra, meanwhile, this is his final game of the season. He swept K-Poke, but got swept by O. And then he took Critical Apis and Tetris Time both to deciders, 3-2. But fell to Sidnev 3-1. And with that game there, he moves his total up to 19 points. What he would really like is a win here to get ahead of O. If he can pass O, he's probably safe. But if Alex comes back, then he'll need help from other players to make it into the playoffs. He does currently hold on to that first wild card. Board's getting a little high here, 20-plus piece drought. And it's showing no signs of stopping. We're at 30. Finally, after 38 pieces, the bar shows up. Cobra couldn't use it for a Tetris, but Alex, with some better board management, was able to get it done. But Cobra will eventually get that Tetris. So no real difference there. Alex I'm sorry. Yeah, Alex has about a Tetris and a half pace lead. Double barred dependency for Cobra. And unfortunately, that solve is not going to be ideal because now he's got a center well. And the pieces are not letting him fill in the right side to get a Tetris with it, so this is an opportunity for Alex to put on the gas. That's right, gas, gas, gas. Finally, center well for Cobra. And really has to keep up with it because his left and right side are both built out. Okay, now he's probably going to put it back to the right after that Tetris. So Cobra is back, checking on the damage. It's a 2.5 Tetris pace lead for Alex, so Cobra not letting the game get away from him there. And that center well really keeping him in this. You can see the lead, 55,105 points in favor of Alex at 87 lines. As Alex has increased his pushdown count to 19, Cobra at 14. Getting a little high up on the board here. Opens up that right side, though. Now has room to burn. And we'll do so with a triple. There's the bar, there's the Tetris. 473 for Alex, 425 for Cobra. Alex working on a 3 Tetris lead at the moment. Level 19 coming up. And if game 1 was any indication, we're not going to know much after level 19 speeds either. We have red numbers again. Another 30-plus piece drought. It's been brutal out there today. That one goes 39 pieces. Alex with some misdrops there right before 19. Gets things settled down fairly quickly. He would have loved a square there, but he's going to solve it a different way. Only adds one more burn. 531 for Cobra, but Alex will have the lead at transition, 562. We're off and running. Another Tetris for Alex. Cobra set up and has to plug the well. Now has a bar dependency. He's setting up dirty. Pretty high up here, so he just burns it down. And with a drought forming, it's a good thing he burnt it down too, because he would have been dead by now. There's the bar, there's a Tetris. Yet another drought weathered by Cobra. And there's the bar for Alex. Both players just taking these droughts in stride. It hasn't really affected either one of them. Alex not getting the right piece for the left side. There's the Tetris. He's got the lead on 24, 793 to 773. Add a Tetris, go to 823, so it's about a 50,000 point lead at even lines for Alex. Cobra in an awkward board state here. Nice flat burn with the T. Nice flat burn with the L. And he'll get a Tetris to open things back up. Another Tetris for Alex. Alex just able to take a bigger lead off that. Now 76,000 points. One of many tonight, Josh. Trouty seed indeed. Chastity Josh over on YouTube. Max out for Alex. Cobra not that far off. Again, about a 72,000 point lead for Alex. There's the max out for Cobra. And Cobra with a very nice looking board here right before level 29. That's what you want your board to look like. You also want a bar. Will we see that? I'm not sure we're going to see a bar. Cobra just takes a triple. Bar does show up after the transition. He had 1,065,000. Alex has 1,157,000. So almost 100,000 point lead for Alex here. As we are now in the kill screen play. Oh, it's going to be a hang for Cobra. It doesn't get the 5 taps over. He's going to be done at 1,113,000. Alex ties it up at 1. Oh, that tuck. Of course, Alex going for max delay here. Trying to avoid a matchup with Curie. We'll see if that actually happens. I doubt it. Vandy ain't gonna have any of that. You know that. Alex going for Tetrises wherever he can find them right now. He's got 1.5 on 34. Looking for a rollover. There it is. 1.6. Center well. Has a little bit of a mess to clean up, but my God, did he make short work of that. He is going for this. He's not going to get the bar, so 1.69. Cobra had a 500,000 point lead at the end of game 1. Tetris Alex T, your tribal chief, has a 500,000 point lead at the end of game 2. Let's go ahead and increment and start game 3. Both players are ready. Let's get this counted down. It's 1-1. Who's going to take advantage? We'll find out in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Alex T currently ahead in the series 2-0. I'm surprised these two haven't played more. Feels like 2 games between these two players is criminally low. Jedi Evan's like, I got to level 30 once. Yeah, me too. I like made a squeaking sound when I did it too. Like, it's funny. Twos got to level 30 only once. Twos, threes, chess, zeros. Getting past level 30 is hard. Yeah. Why are you? Oh, from a 29 star. Oh, for transfer. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I did get one in an actual game. It wasn't a good game, so it wasn't like I think the score was like 800k, but it did happen. I also now have more max outs with padless than I had with a padded controller. So there's that. I've gotten 4 of them in the last 2 months, which is just insane to me. Another Tetris for Alex here. This game is pretty neck and neck. Only half a single separating them right now. Alex with the delayed Vits. Gets the bar pretty quick. When does Alex have to play Kiri? 13 minutes. So if Cobra really just wanted to troll, he'd really top out the next 2 games. But I think Cobra cares more about his standing in the league than memeing on Alex. Good burn serve from Cobra. He's got the bar over for the Tetris. At the half, it's 330 for Alex, 312 for Cobra. Great paces for both players. Oh, that's great news, King. The match got moved to 7:30 Pacific. So that means Alex has more time. No reaction from Alex, but Cobra's like laughing over there. $445 for Alex, $382 for Cobra. Yeah, Alex can still mull in these games and still has time to make a peanut butter sandwich. There you go. That sounds like a win-win. 3 says he has more time to stall. Oh no, I need to fix my controller. Yeah, then just kind of like pretend screwing the screws in the back of the controller, but not actually doing anything with it. Trying to adjust them. Trying to adjust the screws, man. We're giving Alex ideas. We probably shouldn't. 520 for Alex, 466 for Cobras. Alex has been a little more efficient here in the second half of 18. Couple nice Tetrises there for Alex. He's got 2 more available. Nice T-spin as well. Another Tetris for Alex. Looking for a 630 here. If you choose to take a triple first, a 640. But now he's just going to take the Tetris 638. Cobra's in at 584. Still a fine score. Only backed by about 54,000 points, which is only about 2 Tetrises. Some interesting placements here for Cobra. And so far, they're working out. He'll bang down a Tetris. Sets up the T-Tuck and or Z-spin. And it will be neither. That's more like a Z-flop. $767 for Alex, 641 for Cobra. Another Tetris for Cobra. I swear I'm not trying to make anyone laugh here. It's just... Four Tetris lead for Alex's Alex's score is something at the moment. Nice double S flat for Cobra, but the S's just keep coming, and he's got no place for him. There's a bar down the right side, finally for the Tetris. But Alex has just taken a commanding lead here. 200,000 points here on level 24. Another Tetris for Cobra. He's almost at 800,000. But Alex has the max out into 25. So a lot of work for Cobra to do. Probably going to take some amount of 29 play. But I mean, he certainly hasn't. Alex getting a little high here. This drought. Gotta slow him down a little bit. Cobra stayed efficient and actually closed the gap by about 90,000 points there. It's a 119,000 point lead for Alex as we're entering the final stages of level 19 play. These squares for Alex have really little options is where to put them. So he had to do a couple burns there, but he's still looking good for a 1.2 into level 29. In fact, he's got a 1.2 already. He's in at 1,255,000. Cobra will be in at 1,134,000. 121,000 point lead for Alex. Into the kill screen. We are off and running. Cobra trying to keep things low. Just can't really find a setup at the moment. Alex setting up column 4. He'll get the Tetris. Setting up again, but having to take some burns. Delayed setup there. Looking for the bar. There it is, Tetris, 1,371,000 for Alex, 1,202,000 for Cobra. Add a Tetris to go to 1,240,000. But Alex now with the 1.4 on 32. Cobra, though, not rolling over here. Well, I mean, he might roll over. But he's not rolling over for Alex. He's still going. He's got another Tetris. 1.503 for Alex. 1,367,000 for Cobra. Alex gets the roll. Well, not quite yet. Still one more. Tetris players doing math. There it is. Rollover into 35. Cobra keeping the board nice and clean. Gets the Tetris there. But Alex is... He's playing like he's thinking that Cobra's going to chase us down. Like, he is just playing very aggressive. Another Tetris for Cobra. But Alex has 1.7. He makes a misdrop on the left side. So this is an opening for Cobra to maybe get back into this. He gets a Tetris to go to 1,569,000. He's still back by 212,000 points. Alex is clean. Tetris for Cobra. He's got the rollover. But Alex with a 1.8. And another Tetris. He could get a 1.9 here. And he's setting up for it. Where's the bar? There's the bar. 1,931,000. Cobra, you're in a chase down. You need 332. And you're not going to get it. He's only got 120. That's it. For game number 3. What a game. 1.9 and 1.7. I mean, what can you do after that? Yeah, and Kingsman's like, pay these players. Look at what they're doing. We've had 4 rollovers in 6 games. Get that money in the match, Reno, please. We'll increment the seed and do it again. And this time, Alex will be on game point. Cobra's like, I might get blocked out of the playoffs because I lost with a 1.7. Oh, no. Yeah, 331 to 120. Yeah, God, get better, guys. Even I can beat that score. We got it ready for Alex. Yeah, 3,650,000 combined, yeah. Kingsman with a $19.37 contribution, bringing us up to $144.69. Hey, now. He wants to get these players paid after a game like that. Game number 4. Let's go ahead and get this counted down. Alex on the verge, but can Cobra send this to the decider? Let's find out in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, so game 4. Honestly, both these players are playing great. Like, each of them have 2 rollovers now. Alex getting into a little bit of traffic early on. He's only scored 1 Tetris so far. Cobra's only taken 3 burns. He'll bang down a Tetris there. He's got a 74,000 point lead already. So yeah, Alex 1 step closer. To matching Scooty's 5-0 start. Evesy also in contention for having a 5-0 start. So far, those 3, the only undefeated players remaining. Thank you, Nightbot, but that's the wrong URL. Change the 33 to a 34, and that was the correct link. Bit of a slower pace this game. Alex currently 216 at the half. Cobra will be at 273. No, Neko is not in this season. Cobra still with about a 2 Tetris pace lead here. Apparently, I missed a good burn from Alex. There have been a lot of good burns today, though. Like, it's hard to keep up with everything. That's a Mario staircase there for Cobra. That's not going to have any accommodation for an S. And now a drought is sending Cobra into a bit of a dig. But he'll get out of it pretty quickly. He'll bang down another Tetris. He's lost a bit of that pace lead, but still has it by about a Tetris and change. Alex is 11 lines ahead in the piece sequence here. So if he holds that into 19, it's probably going to get a little difficult to really judge pace leads. Right now, Cobra is holding on to it. Alex, 3 Tetrises away. He's had a pretty good second half to level 18 here. There's another Tetris. Transition is looming for Alex. Just needs a bar. There it is. Tetris in at 546. Cobra still with 3 potential Tetrises here, but he needs bars. Has to take a burn there. This board getting a little high here. Okay, he does get another bar for a Tetris. Plays the S flat. We'll get another Tetris. He goes in at 563. So he does have the lead at transition, but it is now less than a Tetris. Cobra just going ahead and burning there. Alex in a bit of a spot all of a sudden. Oh, King bars the long bar in column 8. Fortunately, gets the pieces that he needs to solve it. He's back down to the bottom. Cobra burning a little bit. He's back by 12 lines and only 21,000 points. Oh, Cobra with a bad misdrop up high. But he gets the right side open. Nice focus from Cobra there. That could have gone south in a hurry. But he knew what he needed to do. He needed to get the right side open, get a bar down for relief, and then address the situation. So he's all right. And still has the pace lead. Another drought, though, preventing him from scoring here. Bar does finally show up. Alex, halfway through the level 19 speeds. He's got 782. He's really dropped this lead. Tetris for Cobra, he's in at 792. So yeah, 10,000 point difference at the level 24 transition. Another Tetris for Cobra. Alex in a bit of a situation here. He's not getting the pieces he needs to get out of this. I think he was trying to go aggressive too, so he's going to cede some more pace over to Cobra. But Cobra in a dig as well. All right, Cobra gets out of it quickly, and yeah, both players out of their respective digs. Cobra actually had a real-time lead here despite being back in lines. Another drought here late in the game. Another Tetris for Cobra, though. This will be interesting to see what the 29 transition scores are. Another Tetris, both players still trying to maintain efficiency here. Alex looking to go in with a column 3 well. He gets one Tetris to get the max out. He's going to take a burn and then goes in at 1,039,000. Cobra already at 1,007,000. He's still on 27. And Alex is off to the races. Gets the bar for the Tetris. Ooh, a bad misdrop of the square right before 29 for Cobra. He's in at 1,080,000. He can still get this fixed with a couple good pieces. And it looks like that's what he's going to be doing. Alex with the real-time lead at the moment, 1,142,000. Cobra at 1,097,000. Do keep in mind, there is a world of lines between these two right now. Cobra set up. Alex had to cover the well. Tetris for Cobra. There's the Tetris for Alex. Cobra's board breaking down a little bit here. Gets that 5-tap. Needs a bar. Where's the bar? Keeps the well active. This is some good play from Cobra here. Alex with a center well attempt here. Where is the bar? It's a big drought. He gets the Tetris, but at what cost? He's going to be done at 1,375,000. Cobra, you're in a chase down. You need D, as in mini D on the screen. 76. That is about 4 Tetrises. Far from line-out territory here. Oh, no. Trying to get this set up. He has it open. Where is the bar? He takes the triple. And now he's got a mess to clean up. Sorry, Cobra. You gotta go play Curie. Alex takes it in 4. In what was a banger of a matchup between these two. There's your winner, the hula hoop and the keyboard. What is that thing in the red bag? I have no idea. And Alex T, he's also a winner. GG's, one more for him. He's got to face Sidnev. He only needs one win, one game win to win his division. But of course, he's going to want to try to outduel both Blue Scooty and Easy. He might already have Easy beaten out. No. Easy could go 6-0. Alex goes 5-1. And Easy could have enough points, so. But yeah, Alex getting the job done. Regains the top standing in the league over Scooty. Cobra, meanwhile, they'll finish the season on 19 points. And now he needs help. He needs Tetris Time, Eyeball, Falkite, and ID Kirby to all kind of stumble, fall a little bit. Otherwise, it might be curtains for his season. But we'll see. We still got time. Still got plenty of time before the season's over. and anything can happen in CTL. That's going to do it for me, folks. We are donezo. 7 days left in the season. Yeah, that's still time. Let's send you over to Blingus. He's doing a ladder league matchup between this and that and Small Jordan. Keep the party going. Till next time. Thanks again for watching. Season closer next week. Till then, see ya, bye.